All right, David, talk to me. What do we got?
So I have to give you this because this seems to be a problem here. We have a prospect, an NFL draft prospect,
Yes.
that is going on social media on someone's DMs because they didn't like the report they wrote.
Oh, dear God.
There's a guy named Willie Lutz who writes for the Cincinnati Bengals fan site.
Huge fan of his work.
Yes, and he wrote on there that Darnell Wright is a pure right tackle and has no business playing left tackle. Simple enough. Well, Darnell Wright, who's a prospect out of Tennessee, offensive lineman, says, you're a pure you-know-what. What year did you play to say anybody has any business doing anything?
Oh, okay. There's the unenlightened. That's like someone saying you're not Steven Spielberg. You can't say whether you like his movies or not. What a dumb take. But then again, he probably majored in like underwater basket weaving at Tennessee. Why, if you're an athlete, would you go to the DMs of some blogger when you're about to be drafted, man? Just chill.
Because somebody probably pointed it out to you and said, hey, did you see what this guy said about you?
But the league's going to use it against you
Exactly.
now. They're going to know you're an immature moron.
Right. It was a lapse in judgment, I'm quite sure. This is where they're young and
I
they
know.
do dumb things.
And you know what? I wouldn't not draft the kid based on it, but I would just look at it and go, God, Darnell, what are you doing? Do you understand when you play for us, lots of people are going to say mean things about you?
But you got to protect your brand, your platform.
Just get off social media. It's pointless.
And I'm not saying a player and an athlete should do this, but it's not Adam Schefter. It's not Ian Rappaport.
Right.
It's a blogger.
No, but
it's Bobby Blogdanovich or whatever this guy's name is.
Here's the thing, Mike. Yes, where social media is it's a pariah of society. You capitalize this and you can make extra money doing this type of stuff. Where you get millions of followers, where you get extra endorsements because you simply just, say something and then everybody follows along. Look at what J.J. Watt did with just saying, I'm going to donate some money, and he started something.
Yeah. Don't use J.J. Watt
I
as an
hate
example
J.J.
of
Watt.
anything.
I
Please
hate him.
don't.
No,
One of the
it's
fakest
saying,
human beings on the planet.
Right, he may be, but he used his platform. But yeah, this is where
Steal
just
money
let it
from
go.
Houston.
Stop it, David, right now.
All right.
Stop
Okay.
now.
Okay. All right.
Let's
just move on.
You are out of line.
Let's just move on to comments that Carson Palmer made. He was on the QB Room podcast. He says, quote, I think Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league. I know Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal, but I just think Joe's more consistent. He's more consistent, more accountable to run the system and the play that's called and not feel like, well, he didn't win last time and get open for me, so I'm going to use my feet. That's a shot at Patrick Mahomes.
No. I have such an issue. Now everything's a shot. Can't just be a difference of opinion. Like, it's not a shot.
That's a shot at me because I'm kidding.
No, I'm saying, like, I get what he's saying is that within the framework of a system, I know play to play what I'm getting from you. And that while Mahomes' highs are higher, the lows are lower.
It is.
He's steady Eddie. And I get how a former quarterback would prefer that. That's not a shot.
Well, it is kind of a shot when you won't say his name, but you do everything and you dance around it.
Well, he mentioned his name, but he went on to say specifically the feet.
But then you also have to look at, Burrow, close, didn't win. Mahomes has 2. So I'll take him just kind of improvising out there if he's going to win me games. I don't need the guy who's just going to run the perfect system and you're the bridesmaid.
And to be fair, Carson Palmer is more of the Joe Burrow type quarterback.
Yeah, and to be
So
fair,
he likes that type.
And I do wonder if some of that may be a little jealousy that he couldn't do those types of things.
He was a league MVP with the Bengals, too. Let's just totally forget there might be something there as well. That was his city, his team,
Exactly.
and then your Steelers snapped his leg in 7 places.
Well, don't be a quarterback.
That's...
Let me get to this because I found this interesting. I want to know what your answer would be. Bleacher Report tweeted this question out. Who was the one college star you were absolutely positive would dominate in the NFL but never panned out?
I got the answer for that.
Go ahead.
He does Wendy's commercials right now. It was Reggie Bush. I thought Reggie Bush was you can't lose. And when he didn't go number 1 overall, like I thought that was the biggest mistake. When the Texans took Mario Williams, like, what are you doing? Reggie Bush will be a Hall of Famer. And boy, was I wrong.
I mean, he was good. I wouldn't say you were wrong. He
No,
wasn't Blair
no.
Thomas.
No. Reggie Bush looked like he was going to be all of that.
I know.
Coming out of school.
Yeah.
I mean, Saquon has exceeded what I thought Reggie Bush was going to do.
Oh, jeez. David, as far as that, what, non-quarterback? Because, I mean,
No, it could be
quarterbacks,
anybody.
well, quarterbacks are a coin flip at this point. Hold on. I'm just fascinated by Rico's Reggie Bush slander here. I'm just pulling this up.
Mike, Reggie Bush won the Heisman, probably could have won it a second time, but they gave it to his teammate.
Yeah.
He was he ran back kicks, punts. He did everything.
You're right. The numbers, his first 2 years, it is amazing. 88 catches, 75 grabs. I think the Saints went to the NFC title game the 1 year, and then they lost to the Bears. But you're right. It ended up disappointing. You're right. Yes, Kenny.
The answer, I think, is Vince Young. I don't think there's anybody that will ever top the hype train that he had coming in.
And won the Rookie of the Year, 9-7 cutscene. He's crying at a club naked. I don't know what happened.
Kenny,
I don't know what
may have
happened.
won.
Kenny wins.
Yeah.
Kenny wins because he entered the league and did well.
Reggie Bush had a career. He just didn't have the career that I thought he would have. Yeah, but Vince Young, when he scored the touchdown and held the ball up going into the end zone,
amazing.
Greatness is about to happen.
Also, anyone you thought was going to be good but turned or had like criminal stuff or off-field stuff, you can't predict that. So, like, I would leave, like a Jamarcus Russell, you leave out. None of us knew he'd get addicted to scissor or purple drank or whatever the hell he was on.
Drank.
Who knew? I didn't know. You knew there were problems, though, when he was like 320 pounds playing for the Raiders. You're going, what is this guy doing?
And they just let him keep playing quarterback, let him throw the ball.
Raiders.
Well, let's talk about the Arizona Cardinals for a quick minute because this has not been brought up enough.
The owner
situation.
Yeah.
Steve Kimes was suspended, and the report says that the executive who's filing this says that he was using burner phones. He forced Terry McDonough, who's filing this, and the coach Steve Wilkes to use burner phones to communicate with the GM. There's described as treatment of a black employee and 2 pregnant women in a negative light. There's other racial things going on here within this complaint. Bidwell, per the complaint, he shut down an employee survey in 2019 once he learned that the employees expressed their feelings about a hostile workplace. I mean, we talk about Snyder. This may not be as bad, but I guess we're not going to measure him here. But Arizona, they have an ownership problem.
They do, and the problem is, David, it's going to be the Bidwell family is beloved. Like we love the Ford family here, like it or not. It has a name to it where they've done other things other than football, Mike. Where
I don't care.
It's the name and the jobs and everything that Ford as a whole has done. That's how the Bidwells are looked at. And this is one where, people. It's either you believe it or you don't. No, he would never do that. Or
I don't
as
know.
you say,
I don't know.
But coming off of what happened with the Suns and Carver, it's like, well, is this a cultural thing going on in that state?
Look, they have to launch an independent investigation. Like, you have to take this stuff seriously. You can't have a toxic work environment.
Right.
You just can't. I have no idea. I'm with you. They're an old guard NFL family. They are. But I don't give a damn. If you're out here doing that crap, doing that dirt,
but
hell no.
Even if you are caught doing that, I mean, look at what it's taken for Snyder, who is not an old guard.
Well, he knows where the bodies are buried. Come on. You said that for years.
Yeah, you don't think Bidwell
No.
put the bodies in the ground?
No, I don't.
And I'm going to be quite honest. When this came out, I first thought of Snyder when it comes to knowing where the dead bodies are. I don't know if this
not
is true
literal
or not.
dead bodies.
No.
People were
Where-
just talking
where Snyder
about
may
things.
know, Bidwell's around. He's the one who put him in the ground and told Snyder, that's where we buried him.
I cannot say that.
I
will
don't know
not
about
say
that.
Metaphorically speaking.
The only
Right.
point I was making
There were
is
no real bodies harmed in this
right.
conversation.
This is metaphorically speaking.
If this is true, maybe Snyder this is one of the owners where he knows some things about him. That's
Here's
all.
what you take away from this. Many owners, not all, but many owners are scumbags.
And that is
There.
in football today.